Hello, my name is Mike Johnson. I'm taking you on an inside and outside video tour of this 2018 Toyota Camry Premium with only 4,000 original miles, and it has the premium package with a sunroof, a giant screen navigation system. This one is semi customizable. You can even order custom colored leather interior if you want. We can do tan leather, black leather, red leather. You can customize the leather interior for an extra fee if you want, but it does have like the gray leather at this time, but we do specialize in offering these custom leather interiors if you want. We'll talk about that later. It's a Camry Premium with the technology package. It has smart radar adaptive cruise control. It's an anti-collision partial self-driving driver assist package, LED headlights, the super bright LED headlights. It's got the backup camera, so when you're driving, it uses a front mounted camera to see how you are in the lane, and it can actually, and it's optional if you want to do this or not. You can turn it on or off. It'll steer you in the lane to follow the contour of curves and things like that. It's not self-driving, but it's driver assist, which comes from some of these self-driving systems. It also has a smart cruise control, so the radar sensor mounted in the Toyota logo, the radar sensor is measuring with millimeter wave radar how close the vehicles are in front of you. So when you're driving along, the vehicle's actually looking at an image in front of you to follow the cars ahead. So you can literally drive this car from Los Angeles to San Francisco without touching the gas or the brake. You just set the cruise control, and when traffic comes to a full stop, it'll stop automatically. And then you do have to bump the gas for it to start again if it stops. Full stop automatic smart cruise control. They call it, some manufacturers call it Super Cruise. It does have that feature. Most Camrys don't have a power sunroof, but this one does have the tilt and slide power moonroof. And it's got the giant screen navigation. It's got the 18-inch wheels. It rides really nice, a nice riding car. Smooth ride. It handles really well. So we're gonna go inside and take a look. Now this only has 4,000 original miles. This is the last digits of the VIN number are 473. People are like, 4,000 miles, how is that possible? Our information is that this belonged to someone in the military, like in the Navy. They were deployed out at sea, and they came home every 6 months or whatever and drove it around. That's how these cars get low mileage, when you're on deployment. So gigantic screen navigation. It's like having an iPad in your dashboard. This has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Right now we're plugged into an iPhone. Let's try this. Navigate me to the Queen Mary.
Getting directions to the Queen Mary.
Touchscreen navigation with Apple CarPlay. The regular Camrys don't have Apple CarPlay, but this one does. And it's a gigantic screen in the dash. Now if you go into a high crime area, it has little tabs and you can hide this screen somewhere. It actually has a volume knob. That's a big thing for me with these fancy radios. Must have a volume knob, and this one does. It's Apple CarPlay, so I have access to the songs. I don't know what else we got. I cannot play music because they'll flag my video, but it sounds really good. So you have full Apple CarPlay. You can access the music library, you can access text messages, and you can access navigation. Navigate anywhere you want using Siri or anything else. Right there, you know, instead of holding your phone, it's like, do I turn left, do I turn right? Suppose you wanted to drive for Uber. That's fine. Well, you got the map right on your screen. You don't have to put a suction cup on your windshield. I see everybody doing, they have a big old screen on their windshield, and then they run over people, and a lot of pedestrians get run over. You don't have to worry about that. So touchscreen, and if you don't like the angle, you can actually aim the screen a little bit if the sun is glaring on it. We've had a lot of the Prius Primes, and I didn't like the screen because if the sun is just the wrong angle, it reflects in your face. But this one, you can aim it in a different angle just in case there's glare, or if the passenger is your navigator, you can aim it more towards the passenger. It's very cool. If you want higher, it can go up even higher. The screen can actually move up, and then there's a little cubby in the dashboard where you can hide stuff. So you got a secret compartment in the dashboard that nobody would know about unless they watch this video. I cannot have my music sounding. I like the music, but YouTube will say your monetization goes to the music creator. We don't want that. Full automatic climate control. So many cars, you just have to set it warmer, colder, warmer, colder. This one, you set the temperature you want and it auto adjusts for heat or cooling as needed. Let's play with the sunroof. Now, most people, when they buy a Camry, they don't get a sunroof, but you do when you buy this Camry. Power tilt and slide. That's slide. Tilt is like just pop up for ventilation, and then a shade to have privacy. The seats look good. 4,000 miles on it. There's no wear and tear on the steering wheel or the pedals. It's clean. It has a real trunk. It's got a sporty look. It's got cup holders. I got those things in there. Cup holders, more storage cubbies. Let's go look at it from the other side. You buy this car, you're going to enjoy it because that Apple CarPlay navigation, you just punch in your friend's address on your smartphone and plug it in, and it's charging while it's navigating. It's hands-free Bluetooth, so when a call comes in, you can answer using the steering wheel controls and everything. It's steering wheel controlled with the buttons on the steering wheel. Super clean. There's 4,000 miles or less on these tires. They're very nice tires. Get a close look. There's no accidents on this car. This is a non-accident car. No paint work. I'm gonna go on a little test drive with the Toyota Camry. Put it in reverse first. We have a backup camera with guidelines on that big giant screen. I can literally drive backwards and see where I'm going. That's a giant 9-inch display screen we have here. So we're going to talk more about the super smart cruise control system. So check out the steering wheel. See this little buttons here?
Turn left, then turn left onto.
If I turn this button, press this button here, first you turn on the cruise control. And then you push this button. That's how close you're going to follow. That's 3 bars, 2 bars, or 1 bar. If you turn on this button, lane departure assist turned on, steering assist active. That's 2 separate features. It's measuring your lane lines as you're looking down the road. If you start to drift out of your lane, it helps the steer to keep you in the lane. So if you're an inattentive driver reaching around the car, it'll help you out. And the smart cruise control, I pretty much almost have to have smart cruise control when I buy vehicles for my family, because there's so many distractions and you're only as good of a driver as everybody else on the road.
Turn right onto Galena Street.
So when you follow other cars, you set the cruise control and it will automatically match speed at the other vehicles. So when you engage the cruise control, you set, and then you can increase the speed and increase your following distance. But now I'm tracking this truck, so my foot's off the gas and the brake. I'm following this truck. It's watching the lane lines. When they're solid, that means it's tracking the lane, and I'm not going to touch the brake. So the car's auto braking, slowing down, not touching the brake, auto stopping, and it beeped at me. It said, "It's you take over." So you have to be willing to drive the car, but it will do most of the work for you, including the automatic braking. Most of the new cars are starting to come out with that, but not all of them have it, and this one does. It's a really cool feature. Plus you got that gigantic navigation screen.
At the stop sign, turn left onto Agate Street. At the stop sign,
It wants me to make a left here if I want to go to the Queen Mary, and so I can get on the freeway. It's giving turn-by-turn directions right on the screen and charging the phone at the same time. So we're in the middle of a neighborhood. We wouldn't even know where we were, but we have a map. Always up to date because it's connected to your smartphone. It's got an 8-speed automatic transmission, so it's got a lot of gears, and it's got the new engine in it. It's got the dual fuel injected. It's got direct injection and port fuel injection, so it gets really awesome gas mileage. I'm going to show you on the screen here what the EPA says its EPA gas mileage rating is. With an automatic transmission, it's very fuel efficient. We're going to take a peek at the engine. If you're watching this video, the video should match the vehicle you're looking at. It's a state-of-the-art engine, 8-speed automatic transmission. Let me stop here, because if you're buying the sport model, you want to know about the engine maybe. So you have 8 different gear ranges in the transmission. That means if you're driving for performance, it can keep you high up in the engine RPM for fast acceleration. But if you're going for gas mileage, it can keep you low in the RPM range, the revolutions per minute RPM, keep you low for maximum fuel economy by keeping the revs down. And the dual fuel injection is a new technology that Toyota came out with in 2017, D4S technology, which really boosts the gas mileage of their engines, regular gasoline engines, not even a hybrid, and it gets these incredible fuel economy numbers that the older vehicles weren't capable of. Plus it has variable cam timing, so it's a sporty, fast vehicle that gets really good gas mileage. Super nice Toyota Camry Premium SE Sport Edition. So it's got the wing spoiler. Check if this car is still available. Go to my website. My website is mybestcar.com. And if you're going to buy the car, you're going to pay me a check. You're going to pay the check to the owner of my company name, which is A Buyer's Choice. If you want to see other videos on my YouTube channel, you can go to mybestcar.com without the dot, but the website is mybestcar.com with the dot. So I have a channel on YouTube. Oh, before we wrap up, I will point out this does have nice tinted windows, so you can't really see inside the back. People like to see who's in there, and they can't tell you if you have 1, 2, or 3 people, so people can't see you. But the front windows are very light tint, if tinted at all, so you can still see out. Safe to drive at night. Thank you for watching my video. If you have questions about this car, give me a call, 951-681-2101. Thank you.